Attention passionate New York Giants fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on New York Giants' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true New York Giants fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and New York Giants fans. Let's get to the news, folks. If you've been paying attention to the NFL offseason and all the buzz around the NFC East, you know that this year could be a turning point for the New York Giants. We're seeing a lot of movement, a lot of speculation, and some serious shakeups that could redefine the division's landscape. And right now, one of the biggest stories circulating around the Giants involves a potential blockbuster move that's got everyone talking: the possibility of the Giants trading for Kyler Murray. That's right, Kyler Murray, the former first overall pick who's been the subject of endless debate, rumors, and analysis. Now, let's get into why this move could be a game-changer for the Giants, what it might mean for their future, and how the current NFL landscape is setting the stage for something truly unprecedented. First, let's talk about the context. The Giants, as we all know, have been on a bit of a roller coaster ride these past few seasons. After a promising start to the 2023 campaign, they faced some hurdles, especially at the quarterback position. Daniel Jones, who had been their starter for a few seasons, showed flashes of brilliance, but also struggled with consistency and injuries. The Giants, like many NFL teams, are always looking for that next big upgrade, that quarterback who can elevate the team, bring stability, and help push them over the edge into playoff contention and beyond. Now, with the NFL quarterback market being as unpredictable and competitive as ever, the Giants seem to be eyeing a potential move that could shake things up dramatically. Kyler Murray, for those of you who might be a bit out of the loop, was the first overall pick by the Arizona Cardinals back in 2019. He entered the league with massive expectations, and many thought he'd be the franchise quarterback who'd carry the Cardinals to new heights. But let's be honest, his NFL career has been a bit of a roller coaster. Despite being a dynamic player with incredible athleticism and playmaking ability, Murray's career record stands at 36 wins, 45 losses, and 1 tie. Not exactly the record you'd expect from a quarterback drafted to change a franchise's fortunes. He's made only one playoff appearance, a loss to the Rams, and his postseason success, or rather lack of it, has been a sticking point for many critics. Now, some analysts have been quite blunt about Murray's career trajectory. Steve Rivera of TWSN recently pointed out that, for a #1 overall pick, Murray's career has been underwhelming. Rivera pointed out that Murray's stats and playoff record don't quite match the high expectations that come with such a top draft pick. He mentioned that Murray's career has been full of excuses, and that the Cardinals might be at a crossroads. Rivera suggested that if the Cardinals are going to move him, and he believes that this offseason might be the perfect time, they could get a significant haul in return. After all, Murray's athletic talent is undeniable, and his upside remains high. But his inconsistency and the lack of playoff success are factors that might make a trade appealing for both sides. What makes this situation even more intriguing is the current NFL market. The quarterback position is in flux. Free agent options are limited, and teams are often reluctant to part ways with their quarterbacks unless they get a significant return. The Cardinals, for example, have invested heavily in Murray, signing him to a 5-year, $230, $5 million contract. That's a commitment that indicates they're not interested in just giving up on him lightly. They're clearly hoping to see him develop further, especially considering he's only 2 years removed from tearing his ACL in 2023. That injury alone complicates any decision to trade him right now, because teams want to see how he performs coming back from such a serious injury. And here's where it gets even more interesting for the Giants. Imagine the scenario where the Cardinals decide to part ways with Murray. The Giants, who are always looking for a spark at quarterback, could swoop in and make a significant splash. But it's not just about acquiring a talented player, it's about what this move signifies for the NFC East. A team like the Giants adding a quarterback of Murray's caliber would instantly shift the division's power balance. It would be a bold statement of intent, a clear message that they're serious about competing at the highest level, and a move that could potentially push them into Super Bowl contention faster than anyone expects. Now, let's consider the potential impact on the Giants' roster and their current quarterback situation. The team has been built with a lot of young talent and some key veterans. They've shown flashes of brilliance, especially on offense with players like Saquon Barkley, who remains one of the most dynamic running backs in the league, and the offensive line, which has been steadily improving. But at the core, the quarterback position has been the lingering question mark. Daniel Jones has been a solid starter, but he hasn't yet proven he can elevate the team to the elite level needed for a deep playoff run. Bringing in Murray, with his playmaking ability, mobility, and big game potential, could be exactly what the Giants need to take that leap. However, it's not just about the talent. The Giants would have to weigh the risks and rewards of trading for Murray. His injury history, especially the ACL tear, is a concern, but the Giants' medical staff and coaching staff are known for being thorough and cautious. Moreover, Murray's style of play, highly athletic, mobile, capable of extending plays and making throws on the run, fits well with the modern NFL game. His ability to escape pressure and make big plays downfield could transform the Giants' offense into one of the most explosive in the league if he stays healthy and finds his rhythm again. On the flip side, the Giants' front office has to consider the trade value. Given Murray's contract and the draft capital or players they might have to give up, it's a high-stakes gamble. But if the Giants are serious about contending now, and if they see Murray as a guy who can eventually lead them deep into the playoffs, it might be worth the risk. It's a bold move, no doubt, but in today's NFL, sometimes you have to take big swings to get over the hump. Now, looking at the big picture, this potential trade fits into a larger narrative about the NFC East. The division has been highly competitive the past few seasons, with teams like the Eagles, Cowboys, and even the Commanders making moves to improve their rosters. The Giants have been quietly building a competitive team, and acquiring a player like Murray would send a clear message that they're not just content to be the underdog anymore. They want to be a team that commands respect, a team that can challenge for the division title and make serious noise in the playoffs. The question is, will the Cardinals be willing to part ways with Murray, and if so, what will they want in return? It's no secret that the Cardinals are looking for a competitive offer, perhaps draft picks, young players, or both. The Giants, with their wealth of draft capital and young talent, could be in a position to swing a deal that benefits both sides. But it's all about timing, negotiations, and how the Cardinals view their long-term plans. Are they committed to rebuilding with a younger quarterback, or do they see Murray as a piece that can still bring them success if he stays healthy? And let's not forget, this kind of move would also send ripples across the league. Other teams would be watching closely, and it could influence how they approach their own quarterback situations. If the Giants land Murray, they instantly become a team to watch in the NFC. Their offense could become one of the most dynamic in the league, and their defense, which has been improving steadily, would have a more complete team to support this new quarterback. So, for all the Giants fans out there, this is a moment to get excited. The offseason is still young, and the rumors are swirling. We're at a point where bold moves can happen, and the Giants could be at the center of one of the biggest stories of the NFL offseason. It's a perfect blend of hope, strategy, and the relentless pursuit of excellence that the Giants have always been known for. Remember, this isn't just about one player, it's about the future direction of the franchise, about how they want to compete, and what kind of team they want to be in the next few years. As we watch this space unfold, one thing is clear: the Giants are not standing still. They're looking for ways to elevate the team, and if a trade for Kyler Murray happens, it could mark a new chapter in the team's history. Whether it's a blockbuster or just a rumor for now, the potential is huge. The NFC East is on the verge of another shakeup, and the Giants are right in the middle of it. So stay tuned, because this story is far from over, and I promise, we'll be here every step of the way to bring you the latest updates, insights, and analysis. And now, New York Giants fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the New York Giants. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest New York Giants news.